Hello, everybody. If you can hear me, if you can hear me, let me know. I want to make sure this thing's working. Start singing a little louder. I should stream in Twitch. What are the advantages to Twitch than this? Is it a money thing? My buddy Tim from Fit for an Autopsy is going to give me a full Twitch lesson and really bring me up to speed on the Twitch thing. I have my reservations about Twitch, I'll be honest. How's the Axe effect shaping up? I mean, you're listening to it right now. This is a patch I just made, actually. So I can be reached easier on Twitch. Hello from South Africa. Oh, well, thank you, Seraph, for the $5. You didn't have to do that, though. You're very nice. Mr. Robert Baker, how are you feeling? Today's like the first day I've actually felt like okay from the Namthrax. When will the membership live chats be held? My current plan is at the end of every month. Ish, like the last week of every month. That's one of the new Retropro songs. We actually go into the studio tomorrow for a week for the pre-pro stuff and for the finish writing the record up in Seattle. Why the PRS? I just kind of felt like it. It's a good middle of the road guitar. So I've been dialing in and just building patches for this fractal. So I have seen some people, I'm not going to say a lot of people, but maybe a lot of people were upset with the EVH video this morning. I saw a lot of, you didn't show its versatility. You didn't show its, it sounds so generic and, that kind of stuff. I wanted to address a few of those things. Especially the generic comment, because, it's generic because everyone has used a 5150 sound over the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And the only reason why it's become generic is because everyone has used it. And it's not my fault that a 5150 sounds like a 5150. So therefore, it's not me being generic. It's just it sounds like a 5150. I don't know. Also, there's been a couple of people that are like calling me incredibly lazy, which I thought was funny. This wasn't meant to be. So here's the difference between the kinds of videos. Like when a company sends me a video, or when a company sends me a piece of gear, they're like, hey, check this out and make a video for it. It is my duty to make sure I go over specs, features, etc., right? If it's my own personal gear that I bought and I'm just stoked about and I decide to make a video, I do not have to, I'm not going to always spend the time and go over it has an effects loop or, that kind of stuff. I was stoked on something, so I made a video for it. That's all. And most of you are not part of that crowd. I just wanted to alleviate any confusion of, yeah, I do whatever I want. Like, I don't know. If you want to read specs, go to Sweetwater. Mr. Nick Pilata. There's also, what was I going to say? I totally lost my train of thought. Nick screwed me up. There's also a huge difference between a review and a demo. A review is when you were going over something and you were talking and nitpicking it and saying the things that you like and don't like about it, which I've never ever done, ever. And I've always just done demos. Like, if I had it, if this were mine, here's what I would do with it. It's really the basis of my entire channel. So I just wanted to clear up any confusion, because a lot of people are like, this wasn't as comprehensive as your normal demos. Absolutely right. It was not, because I did it for me. And, if I'm doing stuff for me, I'm just going to make it sound cool and like show everyone like, hey, check it out. I got something cool, because I'm a guitar nerd like everybody else. Just because I buy something with my own money and I want to make a video of it does not mean I have to make a free advertisement for somebody. That's all. Just wanted to explain that just from my perspective on things. I love that amp so much. What does a normal day of mine look like? Normally I would get up. I will, the first thing I do every morning is I make my girlfriend a cup of coffee and I give her coffee in bed. And then I make myself coffee and I let the dogs out and then I feed them and then I come up here and then I go over the day's tasks. How come you never revisited the Hughes and Kettner Tri-Amp Mark III? After I made that video, Hughes and Kettner came out with a couple of videos doing basically what I was going to do. And there was a lot of videos. There's a couple of other channels that kind of went over stuff. And I thought if I went over the individual channels again, I would just I would be not adding anything to that informational pile. And I talked to Hughes and Kettner and they were like, eh. So I didn't do it. Could you play us your best riff? I've been really stoked on that riff I played at NAMM. That sounds a little weird tuned up, but still. Why did I sell the Rhodes Gemini? So I get asked all the time, like, why did you get rid of this? Why did you get rid of that? I used it. I toured with it. It was a great amp. I had so many amps at that time. Usually for me, it's a space thing. Or multiples of things. Like at one point, I had like 6 rectifiers. Why do I need 6 rectifiers? I don't know. I just didn't use it as much. It didn't play well with non-vintage 30 cabs. Thoughts on Chevelle? I love Chevelle. I haven't checked out the newer stuff. I had no idea who they were, and I saw them at this really weird radio station festival. Back in the day, it was AFI, and then opening was Linkin Park and Chevelle. Weird, right? And Chevelle was so sick at that show. I think that was like 2002? 3? Still a fan of the Triple Crown. Love the Triple Crown. The only Mesa Boogie I still have is the rectifier. The blacked out custom rectifier that they made for me. Yeah, I hear the Chevelle are good dudes. Mr. Robert Baker, I got a Freeman Butter Slacks. I thought about getting a JJ though. Probably the new mini JJ. Yes, I did get the NAMM. This is the first real day that I've had that I feel actually decent. I know everyone in the comments on the FAQ Mondays and all the YouTubers' comments are like, "Don't you guys wash your hands?" Dude, of course we do. I had my own hand sanitizer bottle, and in the booth, in the JST booth, I had a bottle at every single station that we were using religiously. But when you're shaking hands and like taking pictures with hundreds of people over the course of a NAMM show, can you get sick, right? I bought my first guitar because of you. Guess what? It was a Schecter Hellraiser 006. Thank you. Wow, thank you, man. That's awesome. Back when I was when I was a very young man and I was basically homeless in California, there was a guitar center right by where I lived. We lived out of our practice space. And to kill time, we had nothing else to do. We would go over to the guitar center in Northridge, right by CSUN. And I don't even know if it's still there anymore. And we would just go in and I would caress the Schecter guitars and just think, if I ever had the money, I would buy a Schecter. That's what I did. Dude, yeah, everyone got it. And it's weird. The Anthrax saying it's always like 2 days after you get home. You're like, oh, I'm fine. I beat it. Oh no. It's so terrible. Opinion on Chapman guitars. Awesome stuff. I'm so proud of Chappers. Andrew Baina. What's going on, dude? Dude, I love dad riffs. Let's make dads cool again. I mean, we're never that cool, but you know, we can try, right? I tried for a little while there. I tried so hard to get a New Balance endorsement. Like I put up that video and like I was tagging them on social media. They don't care. nor would they have any reason to. I thought it would be so hilarious if I was like an official like New Balance guy. I mean, I like their shoes. They're very, very comfortable. How's the 77 RD doing? Both of them are doing very well. Currently in a storage unit. Thoughts on solar guitars? I love solar guitars. I visited the NAMM booth. I went and had dinner with Ola and his lovely wife Louise, whom I haven't seen since 2013, I think. And it's just good seeing them, man. What do you think of your 10S signature guitar? So here's the story with the 10S guys. They basically just contacted me and they were like, "Hey, can we make you something?" I was like, "Wait, what?" This is literally how the email exchange goes. Like, what? And they're like, "Yeah, just let us make you something. We're like a custom shop over in Japan." I was like, no, I'm good, thanks. And they're like, no, we're like, no, like we just want to make you something. Like we're huge fans of of what you do. We just want to make you something. Like, what would you want? I was like, really? Okay, well, how about a single cut in like a cool green color or something? I don't know. It's literally like how the conversation went. So I'm stoked to see it. It looks cool in the pictures. Shout out from Louisiana. Louisiana is a cool place. Most of it is anyway. Italy? Dang. Your 10S is good? Are they good guitars? Like, I feel bad. Like, I didn't know anything about them when they hit me up. The Super Bowl was stupid and boring. Thoughts? Yeah, I agree. It was not. Tired of the Patriots winning, man. Lizzie Hale has a new Epiphone out? Really? Mr. Bruce, what's going on, man? So I'm waiting for my buddy Luke Severide to come over. He's an actual funny person, and me and him are going to be doing a podcast. He's the one that actually writes all the funny stuff in the Way to Roast My Rigs. Thoughts on the Ibanez Art Course series guitars? I only saw them briefly. They looked really cool. I did not get a chance to play one at NAMM. They did look really cool though. Fender Alternate Reality series. A little weird. It's a cool chance. It's a cool excuse for them to do something weird and just kind of stretch their legs a little bit, as opposed to just making really weird regular models like the old Gibson used to. New Gibson 2019, buy or sell? Buy. They know what they're doing now. And talking to them, I had a meeting with Gibson at NAMM. They know the place they're in, and they want to make everything right. And they're trying really hard. And everyone finally cares over there. All the employees care again. Everyone's really excited for the future. And they're building some killer stuff. And I love the fact that they got rid of model years. Like, they're not cars, you know? Favorite NAMM product? Favorite NAMM product? I really liked the mini Friedman JJ. I liked the digital diesel that can't be profiled. I really liked meeting Mike Soldano and hanging out with him. He's moving like a mile away from me. He was like, "Hey, we should hang out when I move over there." I was like, "Okay, Mike Soldano." Oh my God. It was amazing. Let's see. Is Gibson going to make you a SIG RD? You know, I asked them not to make me a signature, but I was like, come on, bring back the RD. Come on, and make it a full scale. Make it a 25.5-inch scale like they originally were. And they were like, no. What is your opinion on Jericho guitars, if you've tried one? I don't think I've tried one. Let me Google. Hang on. I don't think I have tried a Jericho guitars. I have not tried a Jericho guitar. Oh no, our bass player Josh plays a Jericho bass. The stock pickups were way too vintagey for what we play. He changed out the pickups, and now the bass is awesome. No, those are good stuff. I've played his guitar like for a second. I can't really speak to the guitars. His bass is super sick though. Thoughts on the Bring Me Horizon album? The vinyl is... I literally just got the vinyl delivered like 5 minutes ago. It's amazing. I love it. Mayones guitars are super sick. Thoughts on Dunnable guitars? I love those. Fave Architect song. Early Grave or Follow the Water. Yeah, you know what? Bruce said he's not a PRS fan, but he loves this guitar. I was not ever like, I like what people have done with PRSs. PRSs generally never for me. They never felt right. I'm a big dude, and they always look funny on me. And when I was working at the guitar store doing their social media, we unboxed this guitar because it was about to be hung up on the wall. And I had just traded in a bunch of amps and stuff, and I had a bunch of store credit. And we shot the video for this for this guitar, and I was like, dude, that guitar, what in the hell is that? And it's just a custom one-off, custom ordered McCarty package core model, right? And they were an Orange dealer as well, so they had a rock reverb, and I got to plug in basically to my setup to see how it sounded before I bought it, and it just sounded incredible. It felt incredible. Favorite prog rock band? Does Mastodon count? They got kind of proggy there for a second. Okay, so the first giveaway that I'm going to do at the end of this month, I'm toying with the idea of giving away a copy of Cubase 9.5 that I bought a year ago and hated Cubase, so I just have it. But I'm looking into how to transfer the license, so I want to be sure I can do that legit before promising it. But that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be giving away if you're a member of this channel. Like, I'm really going to be like giving away some cool stuff, and I'm going to be talking to some people about giving away some other stuff. It's gonna be cool. I didn't do a Patreon for the longest time because I didn't want to be, hey, go over here and give me money kind of thing. But like, because the membership thing is part of YouTube's platform, it makes a little bit more sense to me to be like, hey, if you want some extra stuff, like last night, all the members got the raw files for the EVH 5153 song. Hey, Dad. Hello, son. Let's see. Audient teaming up with Two Notes. What are your thoughts on the Sono? It's really cool. I briefly tried it at NAMM. I will be getting one to show you guys. It's really cool. If you guys don't know, it's like Audient came out with an interface that is basically an interface / guitar preamp in one unit, and it comes with Torpedo Wall of Sound plugin. So it's basically an entire signal chain in an interface for guitar players. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, if Steinberg will let me transfer, or if I should, like, I don't care. Like, I could just give someone my actual e-licenser, my physical, my dongle that I have for Cubase, and give them my login info. I don't know. I'm not sure how to approach that. I'm gonna get a hold of them and ask, because they're not quite clear on the website. Is it worth to change the Ibanez S521 passive pickups to EMG James Hetfield set in order to sound harder, or should I just use professional effects? Out of all the EMGs, the Hetfield set are the best. So I don't know. I would say in that case, change out to EMGs, man. You'll like them. Thoughts on Silosis? I love Silosis. That's how I actually know Josh. When I was at Two Notes, I sent him a Torpedo Live when they were opening up for Lamb of God and Megadeth. And we kind of stayed in touch ever since. Every time Architects comes to Seattle, I hang out with him and Adam. Go say hi. Favorite Deftones album? Around the Fur White Pony? Do I have to pick just one? Why is it just one? Around the Fur. That wasn't off from Around the Fur, I know. Thoughts on Greta Van Fleet? Are you a fan of the band Veil of Maya? Yeah. I mean, I don't actively I don't play them while I'm in the car. But when they put out new stuff, I definitely do check it out. Because Mark is an absolute beast of a guitarist. That guy's so good. And a nice dude. Favorite Killswitch Engage album? Ugh. End of Heartache? Alive or just Heartache? Favorite Every Time I Die album? Oh, all these hard questions. Low Teens or Low Teens or X Lives? Thoughts on Slipknot? Yeah, it's Slipknot's great. I know V-Man. What amp am I playing through? I am playing through a Fractal Effects XFX 3, and I have made a patch using the FAS Modern. And it's not bad. I am also using. So here's why I have it open right now, because my buddy Bo said you have to get the ML Sound Lab Mesa oversized cab impulses. And I was like, all right. I did not get an FRFR for the Fractal. I'm just going in via digital into the Apollo into my studio monitors. I'm gonna go get something to eat. That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm just trying to come on here a little bit more regularly and just tell you guys I love you. And I will. Do I want a Freeman FRFR? My immediate answer is yes, but I don't really have. I'm probably not. Probably not. Anyway, I heart you all. I will see you very soon. Thank you for hanging out and killing some time with me. And yeah, I shall return soon. See you guys.